Hello everyone, I am Crafted Pigman, host of The Crafted Show, and today I am here with my Season 3 IPSL D-League Draft, and I hope you all are hyped for the season. If you are hyped, leave a comment and a like down below, and subscribe to the channel for a new beginning. And yeah, Season 3, I've been here since Season 1, and I'm super hyped. I love my draft, love my team, and let's just get right into it. Our first mon that I drafted in round 1 was Lopunny. If you all know about competitive viability, Lopunny is so good. You can see its attack and its speed, it's so high, and it has great utility moves. It does have its weaknesses though. For example, there's a lot of Scarf mons I can do, counter it, because it is a Mega, so it cannot attain an item, but it also has a scrappy nature, which means it can attack ghost types with fighting or normal type moves, which are its stab types. So it is insane, and I picked it up round 1. I had the third draft, so what happens in draft is that you have 16 people in a draft, and then it would go 1 through 16, and then it would go 16 through 1 again, and then so on. So for my next draft, I was thinking, what should I pick? Because I had a lot of other ideas in mind, and I got sniped twice for 2 different ones that were part of my original draft, and I was just like, darn, I really don't want to pick. So I went with Mamoswine. Now, Mamoswine is very, very good. It can be defensive, it can be speedy, but it's mostly known for its attack. It can hit so hard. It gets knockoff, it gets icicle crash, it gets earthquake, and it is so incredibly good, and it can soak up tons of hits. As you can see though, Lopunny and Mamoswine both have a fighting weakness, which could come into play. But Mamoswine is such a good mod, and you can't really get it past round 2 or 3. Once round 4 goes around, if Mamoswine isn't picked, it's absolutely insane. So I picked Mamoswine, and it goes very well for my next couple mons. Now, my next one does share a weakness with Mamoswine, but it's a lot different. I pick Milotic. Now, Milotic was also a tier 2, so it did count as a free agency pick. As you can see, it gets competitive and it gets Marvel Scale, which are the 2 I'm going to be using the most. If someone tries to willow my Lopunny, I can always go into this and get Marvel Scale, boost my defense. It's mostly especially defensive. It does have some speed, but I'm not going to be using it for its speed. I'm mostly going to be using it for special defense and defense with Marvel Skill. I might put a Flame Orb or a Toxic Orb on my Milotic if I have to. And it has a 100 base special attack, which isn't bad at all if I need to Scald or Ice Beam something. I have some tricks up my sleeve for my Milotic, so I'm really, really happy to have it on my team and my squad. So the next one I was thinking, I was like, okay, I don't know how my 5th round draft could have stayed. And my next round, my other 2, the people that were right, so since I was 3rd, I would go 3, and then it would be 2-1, and then 1-2, and then I was up again. So I pretty much could do this, and then my next pick, and be free. So I was thinking, I need to get my next 2 months, and if I don't get them, I'm going to be completely done for the draft. So I picked Thundurus Eye, and Thundurus Eye is so good. It has Prankster and Defiant. Defiant, if someone comes in and intimidates, it can boost my attack by 2 times. Prankster, I'm going to be using it the most, so I can Thunder Wave, I can Nasty Plot, I can Agility even. Even though I have 125 special attack, 111 speed, and 115 attack. It's absolutely insane. Its defenses are not the best, but it's still an insanely good mod. It was a tier 1 pick, and I was so surprised nobody got it. But after the draft, I did realize Zapdos wasn't even picked. Honestly, the draft's still going on right now. It could be picked. But Thunder's Eye is so good, so I had to pick it. My next mon shares a weakness with Thunderous Eye, but Mamoswine rounds up these mons, because they share an ice weakness. Latios. They share an ice weakness, but Mamoswine has that covered, and Milo. So I needed Latios in this draft. My original draft, I had Latios, and I needed it this round. So I pick Latios. It has an insane special attack, insane special defense and speed, and I needed it for defog. I needed it for dragon coverage, psychic coverage. So, if I have a fighting move, I can go into Thundurus or Latios, or my next couple mons. But I was just so happy to get this thing, and my next couple mons, they're not as good, but they put a lot into this team. So next one, it might be kind of confusing, but I picked Cobalion. Now, I was discussing this with another coach in IPSL, excuse me, and I was thinking I should go Metagross, or we should go Bronzong, or we should go Durant, or we should go Escavalier, and we never could make up our mind, and then finally we realized we should go this, and the next Mon, and then I got sniped for the Mon I wanted next, just barely, and I was so mad, but I had backup. So Cobalion has really good defense, and it has good speed. And its attack and special defense aren't bad, and it gets Volt Switch, and it gets Stealth Rock, and I needed it for Stealth Rock. So I can always come in, Volt Switch, tank a hit if I need to with its defense. And Cobalion, it was a tier 3, so it was really nice to have on the team. And yeah, so the next one, and it also is Justified. And the fighting type, it does come into play, but it's very different from Mega Lopunny. So my next one, I needed it for defense. I needed defense. I had Umbreon, and that was it, pretty much. Sorry, I had Milotic, and that was it. I picked Umbreon. So as you can see, Umbreon, its defense and its HP and its special defense are just out of this world. They're so good. And it gets synchronized, so if ever a Toxic comes on me, it will go on the opponent. And I have Heal Bell, so it makes it even better. And I'm going to be using this for pure bulk. Okay, I might use some moves like Snarl or Dark Pulse or maybe even Shadow Ball, but this thing is for Wish, Toxic Stall. It's pretty much like a Cresselia. It's like a not as good, but different Cresselia. So my next mon, I was thinking, okay, I could go all these different mons. I really wanted a ghost type. Cofagrigus got snitched from me. I'm like, darn it. So I was thinking, what should I go next? I want a really bulky mon that can be really good with Mega Lopunny. So I picked Dusknoir. Now I was gonna actually go with Dusclops, but then I was thinking I kind of wanted tier 4, so I picked Dusknoir. Its defense and special defense are so good. Its attack is great. It has a great attack for every Shadow Sneak or Will-O-Wisp. It's great. Its HP is not the best, but it can still tank a ton of hits. And its speed, it isn't good, but I have a plan. I can use Trick Room with this team, which sounds crazy, but I could. When you think about it, I have lots of speedy mons, but I don't always have to use them speedy, and I have lots of slow mons, so we'll see. This season might bring tons of new things. I haven't used really any of these mons. They're so different to me. But I think I can make this team work. The next mon I have used so many different times. It is the only mon on this team I have used, besides Mamoswine, many times, is mon I used last season in the IPSL, which I don't know was recorded on any channel. But, such a good mon, and I'm so glad to have it. It lasts till round 9. It is Granbull. Now, Granbull doesn't look like a defensive mon. It looks like an offensive mon, But I use it defensively. I could always use it offensively. It gets Close Combat. It gets Fire Fang. It gets Wild Charge. It gets Play Rough. It gets Earthquake. But I use it with defense. So if I can use it defensively, it can be so good. It gets Intimidate. It gets T-Wave. It gets Heal Bell. It gets, it gets Earthquake if I need to have coverage against Steel and Fire types. Granbull can be so good, and it's not expected. It even gets Counter. So, Granbull is going to be so valuable for the team, especially with Megalop, and it can help with Latios as well. So my next one, I was thinking, I got sniped. I really wanted Tesserina, which has Rapid Spin. I really wanted it, and it got sniped from me. I was like, darn it, because I was hoping, no, everyone has a Grass type. No one's going to pick another one. And of course, someone with a Grass type picks it, and I'm like, darn it, I need a backup plan. So quickly, I think of the backup plan, and I get this one. And I think it's the first time it's ever been picked up, and it's tier 4, and it has a new ability. It's Torkoal. Now, it doesn't look like it has a new ability, but it now gets Drought. Now, what Drought does, it sets up the sun. So if I ever want to run a Heat Rock on it and then be eruptioning, I can go in the Mega Lopunny and Fire Punch everything. Fire Fang on Granbull, Fire Punch on Dusknoir. I have so many different things I can do. HP Fire on Latios. Great defense. I can run Trick Room with Dusknoir. Okay? Its special attack isn't bad at all. It's 85. So if I ever want to run Eruption or something, or Lava Plume, even Sludge Bomb, it gets rocks. And I'm going to be using this defensively for Rapid Spin, and I'm so hyped to use Torkoal. Torkoal it's really underrated. I've been actually trying to draft it every season almost. I've almost got it like every season, but, I've had different plans. So the next mon, my final mon, is, I was going to draft Semiseer, because there's another coach in the IPSL who drafted Semiseer, and I worked with him, and it did so well. So I was like, I'm going to go get Semiseer. But then I got Torkoal. So I was thinking, I don't need a fire type anymore. So I instead, because I need a grass type, drafted Semi-Sage. And I put Torkoal. Great. But it's Semi-Sage. So, Semi-Sage, it has 98 special attack, 98 attack, and it has 101 speed. So, it's going to be all those 100 speed mons. And it has an insanely good move pool. It gets Leaf Storm, Knockoff, Nasty Block, all those things. And I'm so hyped to have this on my team. So, if you're hyped for IPSL Season 3 D-League, leave a like and a comment down below, and let's win this league. I will see you all in the battlefield. See ya.